Welcome everyone. Today we will learn about basics of Python language. So basically Python is a very easy language and it is known for its clear syntax and readability. Actually it is a very easy syntax and very easy to implement. So coming to variables, variables are generally store your values which allow you to manipulate and access the data throughout your programs. So here are some rules for naming your variables. The variables should be of valid characters, valid, invalid, case sensitivity, no reserved keywords, length. So basically, no reserved keywords actually means that Python already has a default predefined words which are known as keywords, which cannot be used as the variables. And length, the variable name should not be of too much length. It should be short and related to your program or anything you want. So there are some types of variables. Numeric types, which are integers, floats, complex string, booleans, integers. Example, your numeric values, floats, decimal values, complex values like z is equals to 1 plus 2j, string, anyone's name, and etc. etc. So coming to collections, there are some types of collections like list, tuples, dictionaries, sets. The most used collections are lists and dictionaries, uh, which we will learn further. So here is the very basic program to print any string. So to print any string, we will use So these are the basic data types which we have already learned. So simply we'll implement this. Let's see what will be the output. See, these are the numeric types: integer, floating, complex number, as I have told you earlier. And this is the string, this is the boolean type, and we want to print the integer, floating, greeting. Actually, these integer, floating, greeting is active are the variable names. So simply our program, let's see what it will give as output. In in output, we want the data type. Means what is the data type of the variable integer? What is the data type of the variable floating? And what is the data type of the variable greeting? And same for is active. So we have so as the output, we want the data type of the variables. The data and the variables which we have stored are of which data types. So simply the integer, in integer data, we have named the integer. Now for to make it more clear, I will change the name of this. I think A, it will be more easy to you to understand. B, C, something is active. Now let's see what the output will be. So now we will see what the output will be. See, for variable A, the data type is integer. For variable B, the data type is float. And the variable greeting, the data type is string. And for the variable is active, the data type is boolean. So we have got our output. I hope you understood. So moving to the next topic, we have lists. So a list is an ordered mutable collections of items. Actually, a mutable collections means which can be changed further, and it can contain elements of different data types, and you can modify it after creation. That's what I said. That means mutable collections. Key features: ordered, mutable, and it can contain mixed data types. Okay, so you should implement it. We'll learn this how to implement it. So here we have created a list. The lists are created by these square brackets. First the list name and the square brackets. The list has been created. Now if in the list I want to add some items, I will use the list name and a keyword append, which usually adds adds the element to the list. And now if I want to remove the element from my list, I'll just simply write my list, which is the name of my list, and remove and the element which I have to remove. So slicing, what actually slicing is? Slicing means sliced list is equals to my list 1 is to 4. Here 1 is to 4 means the 1 is to 4 means it is a index based value. Uh, one index is 2. The indexing of the list is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here 1 to 4, it means the index number 1 to index number 4. So index number 1 in my list is 2, and from 1 to 4 it wants, so I'll include 2. Index number 2 is 3, index number 3 is 4, and index number 4 is 5. In sliced list, the last index number is not included. So if I want to print the my list sliced list and sliced lists, my list here is which we have added and removed the elements, and slice list is what we want according to index. So let's see what the output will be. Simply our output is 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you can see it here in my in the list which we have made. The element 2 is there, but here the 2 is not there because we have removed it, and a new element is added which is 6 as we have added it. And slice list, coming to the output of slice list, the 3, 4 and 5 have came because it asks the value from 1 to 4, means index from index number 1 to index number 4. The index number 1, again I will repeat it. The index number 1 is 2, index number 2 is 3, index number 3 is 4, and index number 4 is 5. In in slice list, the last index number is not included as output. So I hope you understand this topic. So moving further, so here are more examples of lists. Let's see. Here again we have simply created a list named fruits, which we have mentioned some fruits. Now, if I want to access the elements in a list, the elements are accessed by its index number. And if I want to access some element, I have to simply write print, which print the list name and the index number which I want. So the index number 0, as I have told you earlier, that the indexing is from 0 and cut over. As I have told you earlier, the indexing in a list is from 0. So here the index 0 is apple. So as an output, it will show apple. And if I want, and if in a list, if I want to replace any element from any another element, simply I have to write the uh, simply I have to write the list name and the index at which I want to replace or modify the element and the element name. And if I will print the fruit, so the output will be, as you can see, apple, blueberry, and cherry. Here the blueberry is has come in place of banana. So, and now if I want to add some element in my list, if I want to add some elements, earlier I have said you that to add an element in a list we use append, and to remove an element we use remove. So if I want to add an element, so simply I will write the list name dot append and the element name, and simply I have to print it. So the output will be this. You can see in my list there are only 3 elements, and now I have added one more, so there are 4 elements. And now from this list I want to remove some elements, so simply I have removed it, and the output is this. So let's run it. See, see if I have created a list first, and then I want to access the element and at index number 0. So at index number 0 there is apple. So it is showing apple as an output. And now if I want to modify the element, so in place of banana, it shows blueberry, as you can see it. And now if I want to add a new element, so as an output, see, it has added orange. And if I want to remove this element, it has removed this element. So I hope you have understand this. Moving further. So now coming to dictionaries. So dictionaries. The dictionary, see, the lists are ordered and mutable, but the dictionaries are unordered and mutable collections. Means it is not ordered, it is unordered. It has a collection of key values, and each key must be unique, and the keys are used to access the corresponding values. The key features are unordered, mutable, and the keys must be unique and are typically strings or numbers. The keys which dictionaries store are typically strings or numbers. So let's see. Let's implement our dictionary. See, here we have created a dictionary naming student. Here the syntax is the dictionary name equals to, and we have to put this curly bracket to put the key values. These are the key values of our dictionary. Okay, so, so it can be a string or numbers as we have studied earlier. So this is my dictionary student where I have inserted some key values which are name, age, major, and the values are assigned. Name is Alice, age is 22, and major is computer science. Now, if I want to access the value from my dictionary, so simply I have to write print student, which is our dictionary name, and the key value, the variable name which we want to access. So the output it will give is ls. And now if we want to modify our list, so means modify, and like if we want to modify the name, like in place of ls, I have to put anything else. If I want to modify values, so simply I have to write the dictionary name and the variables which I want to which I want to change the value. So the new value I have assigned in place of 22, I want 23. So simply I'll print student, and the output it will give is age 20. Okay. So if I want to add a new key value pair, so simply we have to write student, the new key value pair name means the variable name and the element, and we have to print the student, and in the output it will be added. I want to remove a key value pair, so I have to write delete. It is a keyword to delete in dictionaries. Delete the dictionary name and the key value pair name which I want to delete. So if I'll print my dictionary, then the output it will give, it will not give the major. See, as you can see. So let's run. We have seen it here. I want to access the value, key value pair name. So here it is shown Alice. And if I want to modify the age, instead of 23, I want to put 22. So here I have got 23 instead of 22. And if I want to add a new key value pair, see I have got my new key value pair graduation year, which is 2025. And if I want to remove a key value pair, it has removed the key value pair, which is major. So this was the dictionary, all about dictionary. Moving further, now we come to conditionals. Conditionals actually are a, I'll explain it through a code. You'll able to understand it. It will be easier for you. So there are three types of conditional: if statement, elif statement. Elif is actually nothing but else if, and else statement. If you have more than one condition, then you can use these other than if. Elif and else you can use if you have more than one conditions. So coming to the conditionals, see, see. Firstly, we have defined a variable where the age is 20. Now we will apply our conditional statements. We want to check the conditions. So we have put if age is smaller than 18, then I want you are minor as my output. And if else if the age is equal to or greater than 18 and the age is smaller than 65, then print you are an adult. Else print you are a senior citizen. See here, if the age is 18, I want you are a minor. And if the age is between 18 and 65, I want an adult to be print you are an adult. If the age is between 18 and 65, I want to print you are an adult as my output. And other than this, whether what will be the age, I want you are a senior citizen as my output. So let's see what's the output. See. Here I have defined a variable which is I have defined a variable where the age is 20. So for 20, first it will go for if, then it will check for the condition will be checked by if statement. So the 20 is smaller than 18 or greater than 18. It is obviously greater than 18. So it will come to next statement, which is elif. So the 20 is between 18 and 65. Okay, so the condition is matched. The condition here is true. So it will here print you are an adult. For example, if I put the value 78, so let's see what will be the output. Here the output is you are a senior citizen. Here what here the age is equals to 78. First it went to if statement. The if statement fails here because the 78 because the 78 is greater than 18. Then it will go to else statement. Here the else statement fails because the 78 is not between 18 and 65 but it is greater. So then it will go to else statement, and else statement simply wants to print you are a senior citizen if these statements fail. So 70 for age 78, the else statement is true, and we have got you are a senior citizen as the output. So moving further, coming coming to loops, here are two types of loops: for loop and while loop. For loop, for loop is simply which is implemented over a sequence, and for a while loop we are given a condition. So so let's solve it with, let's see our loop with an example. Simply I have pasted it here. So here we have initialized a variable named total sum, which for which the value is 0. And here we have used for loop. We If we want to use a for loop, we have to specify the range, and the range is from 1 to 11. Here it will not consider the last element, the last number, which is 11. So it will only this loop will only work from numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, so I want total number. So I want total sum plus is equals to number. This means the total sum is total sum plus number. This is identical to, I'll show you. Mm, so these are same, okay? So don't confuse. Total sum is equals to total sum plus number. So the print as a output, I want the sum of the first 10 positive integer is total sum. And what is the total sum? Total sum is the total sum plus number. If so, here let's see what will be the output. And simply the output is 55 because the number in range are from 1 to 11, which means 1 to 10, and the sum of it is 55. And if I initialize this value as 20, so let's see what will be the output. The output is 75 because the total sum is 20, and the numbers I got is 55. So 55 plus 20 is 75. Okay. So simply we have run this program also. Now coming to while loop, we will see while loop. How does it work? So a while loop, actually in a while loop we have given a condition. See here we have made a variable countdown where we have initialized the value, which is 10. So we will insert a while loop here, and we have the condition is while the countdown is greater than or equal to 0. Print countdown minus is equals to 1, means it will decrease the countdown by 1. It only means 0 until the countdown is greater than or equal to 0. See, we have a countdown name variable with value 10, and we have given a condition that it decrease the countdown by 1 until the countdown is greater than or equal to 0. So let's see what will we get as an output. See, we have got 10. First, the countdown is 10. 10. It will work in our condition, go in our condition while the countdown is greater than or equal to 0. Yes, 10 is greater than 0. Then it will initialize it by subtracting 1, and we will get 9. 9 will again go to this condition and will be checked. If the condition is true, then it will initialize by subtracting 1, and same for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if and when it reaches 1, it will go to condition the condition, and then it will subtract 1, and we get 0 as an output. But here again 0 will go to the condition, and here the condition is true. Now it will print the count. I hope you understood. And when these all condition is implemented, then I have to print countdown finished, and the countdown finished is printed. I hope you understood. So coming to functions, let's implement it. Here I have defined the function. In If you want to define a function, we have to name a function, which is here we have named our function as add numbers, which are a and b, and we want our result as a plus b, and we want to return the result. So now we have made a function of add numbers. Now we will see by implementing it. So I have made a variable named sum result, which uses the function add numbers, and the numbers are 5 and 3. Now we want to print the sum result. Let's see what will be the output, and the output is 8. The add number function it has used, and the two numbers are 5 and 3. It will go to our this statement, and it will be the addition will be performed, and then it will return the result, and the result will be printed. And if you want to work with APIs and all, then you have to simply put your API code here simply, and you have to integrate it with the code, and you will get your desired output. So here with the help of Python, we have made a grammar checker, which shows the grammatical errors in our paragraph, which is the input given by user. So let's understand it, what we have done in it. We have first installed NLTK. It is a library. It is a powerful toolkit for natural language processing, and we have installed it by using some commands. And here we have used a WordNet. A WordNet is a database, which is an English language database, which holds the meanings and synonyms of the words. Here we have used the tokenization. The tokenization breaks the sentences into the words and then matches from WordNet. And we have used tkinter, which is a which helps us to create graphical user interface. So let's see. Here we have also implemented Punkit command, which generally tokenizes sentences into words, and quiet is equals to true. Here means it will suppress the downloaded messages or unwanted messages to keep the output clean. So first we have implemented some functions. Let's see. First function is to check article usage. Here we have done Here we have made a function named check articles and created an empty list. And here we have assigned the vowels and used a for loop and if statement. And we want errors to be returned. Second function is the comma usage. Here we have implemented, and the second function is functions to check comma usage. Here we have made a function named check commas, which will check commas in our paragraph. And here also we have created an empty list. And we have declared our conjunctions where the commas are to be checked. And the third function is to check the grammatical errors, where we have made a check paragraph named function and an empty list. And we have defined our valid words which are which have no errors, which means they have no errors. They can be skipped while checking the grammatical errors in our paragraph. And next, we have implemented to check if the word exists in WordNet or not. The WordNet, as I have told, the WordNet is a database which holds the English words and synonyms. So so the sentences will be break into the words, and the words will be checked in the WordNet database. Here we have made a button to for the to make a user interface more good. We have made a message box. First, we have made a text box. I'll show you when I'll run it. And we have made a graphical user interface named Grammar Checker, which will be shown as a text box, and where the user will give output, and the text box height and width are defined. And we have created a button to check the grammar named check grammar for the user, and kept it very simple so that the user can find it easy while working in it. So we'll simply run it. Let's see. It will take some time. See, the grammar checker message box appeared. And if I want to check a sentence or a paragraph, let's check a sentence. A apple a day keeps. So this is a sentence full of grammatical errors. So we'll simply click on check grammar button. So here our grammar checker has corrected our sentence where it suggested that in place of doctor which is incorrect. There should be doctor, and incorrect article A should be N before apple. So it has tell us what. So let's make it right and check again. See, the paragraph is correct. This should. So so that's all for today, and this was our basic Python language. I hope you find it interesting. Thank you for your valuable time.